In today's video, we're going to be testing another set of LED reverse bulbs on this Ram truck. So let's get started. Okay, and welcome back, guys. So we're gonna be doing a few different comparisons for you guys. I want to find out what the best bulbs are in today's market that you can purchase off Amazon that are affordable. So these ones here, if you guys haven't seen the video that I just posted yesterday, I'll also link that below for you guys. You guys can check that out, or you can probably click above right here. Those ones were extremely bright. They were over 2,800 lumens per bulb, which is combined was about 5,600 lumens. They look like headlights. And I'll show you guys right here what they look like. If you guys haven't seen that video, check out how bright these are. They're absolutely ridiculously bright. It essentially looks like headlights on the back of your vehicle when you're backing up, which can be super helpful if you're in dark areas and you don't have much ambient lighting, so that you can actually see when you're backing up, which is pretty safe in my opinion. But that's those bulbs there. But these bulbs, on the other hand, like I said, 1,200 lumens out of these per bulb, so 2,400 lumens total. So essentially it should be about half of the brightness that we have from the other ones, but we will find that out. One of the nice things about these ones is they don't have the extra harness. If you guys saw the video yesterday, I didn't like the fact that you have to run a pigtail from the other ones and you leave your connections out potentially to the elements, whereas running a bulb like this, your connection is inside the tail light and sealed, so you have a sealed connection. But I also don't know, and I'm suspecting that these ones may throw an error light on our dash. As far as price point, these ones here at the making of this video were around $22 or so. So whereas the other ones were closer to $30. So an extra $8 for ones that potentially don't throw an error on your dash and are brighter, but we won't know until we test them, of course. So let's see how bright these are. Let's see if they throw an error, and let's get to work. Also, just before we continue, make sure down below that you click the subscribe button and you turn on your post notifications. So make sure you hit that little bell and change it to all, because I will be giving away some bulbs this week as well. Since I'm testing so many of them, some of them I only have one truck with 2 bulbs, and we're going to be testing a bunch of them. So some of them are going to be going to you guys. So make sure, because the early bird will get the worm, so you want to be notified of these videos so that you can have a chance. So just letting you guys know that. Let's get back to it. So here we are at the taillight. It's going to be 2 T25 Torx screws, and it's going to be very simple to remove. So we'll take these out and I'll show you guys what the next step is. Okay, so next step, you're gonna want to slide the taillight straight back. You don't want to open it like a door like this, or you will break something. So get your finger over here on the edge of the taillight and pop it straight back. And I'll show you why in just a second once you see the tabs that are exposed. So here's the reason why you want to slide it straight back. It has these posts here and here, and it slides on to these guys right here. If you try to open it like that, you're either going to snap the posts or your actual taillight. So make sure you move it straight back in that direction. Okay, so next up, these are the bulbs that we just installed the other day. So like I mentioned, your connection, which I don't particularly like, is exposed. So this has a little pigtail rather than your connection being sealed inside the headlight. So it's one downfall to this style bulb, but these things, as you guys remember, were insanely bright. But that was the only downfall that I could find for those. And those ones didn't cause any air lights, which was nice. These ones should just be plug and play. Simply install them, and then we're going to insert them into our taillight. Turn this, lock it in place, and that's about it. So reinstall our taillight the same way. We're going to put this over here, slide this onto the posts. We're going to snap it back, and then you're ready to put your 2 Torx screws in. So let's go ahead and we'll test them during the day. I always like to do this just before the sun goes down so I can show you guys what it looks like during the daylight, and then of course we will do the true test, which is at night, and we'll see how much it shines onto the road. Okay, so here's what we've got, you guys. This is during the day. It still looks pretty bright, I'll be honest. And then here is this one. I think you guys can probably tell just by the glare we're getting on the camera when I go kind of the same height as the taillight, that these ones are going to be brighter. But definitely not a bad option. But you can see there's not as much glare coming out of this one versus this one. There's just a ton of light shining out of these things. They are just spotlights. So let's wait till the sun goes down completely and we will check them out at nighttime. All right, guys, here we go. This is obviously at nighttime, and this is the backup camera. So you can see here on the driver's side, it's still pretty decent. You can see the line here on kind of where the light is coming from, but check out our passenger side, which is our bright bulbs that we installed the other day. So you can see here, that's the line that it is shining out in, and it's actually even overpowering. You can see this line here where it's overpowering this side. So it definitely looks decent, but you can also tell that the bulb that is 2800 lumens on our passenger side is a lot brighter than our 1200 lumen bulb on the driver's side. So here we are outside, you guys. So on this side, you can see what it looks like. It's definitely an improvement over stock, I would say, but I think you can already tell the clear winner as I start to round the corner here. This one is significantly brighter. Here's from right behind. And you can see, you guys, just the haze that's coming off on this one versus here. Like the ring of light that's coming off our passenger side is much brighter than our driver's side. And even getting up into the bulb this way, that is direct line of sight from that bulb. And if we transfer over to here, like this is just making the whole camera hazy looking. And if we come back to over here, you guys can see this is a lot brighter on this side than over there. Still not bad, but definitely a clear winner on this side. Let's go up top from the bed and give us a bird's eye view. And here we are from this angle, you guys. I think we know this bulb is a lot brighter than this bulb. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below, but let's go ahead and we'll switch out the other bulb just so you guys can see. Just before I switch out the second bulb, I do want to point out to you guys, we still don't have any stored messages, so there's no bulb out indications as of yet. But I do want to tell you guys that sometimes if you have one bulb in there, like even if you left one halogen bulb in there and had one LED on the other side, there's still going to be enough resistance on the circuit to not throw this code. Oftentimes, once you put in both LEDs, if it's gonna throw it, chances are it's gonna throw it once you have both LEDs installed. But for some odd reason, if you leave one halogen installed, or you have one bulb that has the load on it, which the other ones, the more expensive bulbs, do say that they're error-free. So they do have some sort of resistor in there to add the load to the circuit. It'll be enough to keep the light off. So let's switch out the other one and we'll see what happens. All right, and here we are, you guys, with both of these bulbs in here, the 1200 lumen ones. So you can see it looks pretty good on the camera, but I'm willing to bet it's not going to be as bright behind the vehicle, but still a lot better visibility than stock for sure. But let's go ahead outside the vehicle and see what we got. All right, and here we go behind the vehicle, you guys. Still pretty good visibility. Can't complain with this, but I would have to say it's not as bright as the last ones for sure. And I think you guys saw the comparison when you look at them. So these ones are a little less crazy, but it all depends what you're comfortable with. I do like the fact that they have the connection sealed inside the housings, but you guys remember we were seeing almost to the other side of the street with the other bulbs. So this one definitely is half decent. Little nicer since the connection's sealed once again, but not quite as bright. And let's take a look from above. So here's the look from overhead, looking behind the vehicle. Like I said, not quite as bright, but still a lot better than stock. But I think the other one's a true winner. So I'm actually really surprised that these ones still have not thrown any bulb out indication on our dash. If this situation changes, you guys, I can't necessarily update the video, but check out in the description below. If anything happens, any codes pop up, I'll comment and let you guys know in the description below. And I also will leave a comment in the comment section where you guys can be updated if this thing throws an error. So I'll let you guys know, but doesn't seem to be. I've thrown it in reverse a bunch of times and thrown it back in park, and it's still not throwing any bulb out indications for us. So we might be good to go on these slightly cheaper ones, but Again, not quite as bright. All right, so let me know what you guys think of these bulbs down in the description below. Do you like them? Not quite as bright as the last set. Do you think this is enough? Do you guys care the fact that the connection, like I said, for the bulb and the harness is inside the taillight, or does it not bother you that the connection is outside? Love to hear your feedback. These ones at the making of this video, they're about, I think, $22.99 for these ones, whereas the other ones were 30 bucks, but you're giving up a little bit of brightness, and also we are kind of rolling the dice a little bit that these won't throw an error on the dash. Right now it's good, but it's not to say if I drive around with these for a few days or a week that it won't pop up something. Sometimes with these LED bulbs, they'll throw a glitch one day and it'll throw light, and then you restart your truck and it goes away. It kind of comes and goes. But we know at least the other ones are guaranteed for being error free, whereas these ones, it's a roll of the dice. So again, make sure you're subscribed with your notifications and bell turned on so that you guys are notified of all the latest videos, because at the end of this test, I'm gonna have a bunch of extra bulbs and I'm going to be giving them away. So also, I did see a bunch of guys in the last video asking if they had the halogen bulbs, which ones to get. I also linked down below where you can go and fill out your exact vehicle and see what bulb type you have. And it does seem like the brighter ones, the 5600 lumen ones, come in the different bulb types for your halogen taillights. So if you guys have the factory halogen taillights, they take a 921 bulb, most of them. Obviously, double check that that is the bulb that your specific truck uses. These ones are 7440s, whereas the ones that have factory halogens are 921. So just double check your bulb type, but it looks like they're producing these super bright bulbs that I posted in the last video, which I think are still the best ones so far. And they make those bulbs in a bunch of different bulb types so you can get the ones that fit your vehicle. So let me know down below if you guys like this type of content, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.